Okay. Hi everyone. So excited to see. Okay, you can see me right now. Awesome. Let's do a quick checkup. So my name is Dasha. I'm CEO and founder of StudyFree, US-based Silicon Valley-based company that helps people to study abroad for free, to find a job, to find a career, to relocate, just to make everything possible so you guys have a perfect dream life you always wanted to have when living like in different countries. Let's do. Yeah, likewise. Let's do maybe a short intro. Kind of like, okay, guys, if you can just like text type, like in which country are you in right now? Because I can see, like we have Africa, we have India, we have Russia as well, we have Brazil most likely. Yeah, awesome. And by the way, you're also gonna see, like we're gonna have a few team members. Like for example, Darina, they're from our team, so they're also going to be helping us with like answering the questions during the webinar because I might not be able to see all of this. Armenia, India, Russia, Hungary, Nigeria, Azerbaijan, India, Assam, Nigeria, South Africa. Who said Africa? Africa is not a country, and yeah, that's like the largest continent in the world. India, Assam, Nigeria, I love it. Oh, Russia, and I was stupid. I thought it's only broadcast in my country. No, guys, we're like super international, and we have students from like all over the world. So let's start. Today we're gonna be talking about how, like, what is like the best and the easiest way to get a ticket to promising career abroad. I know that for almost like everyone, the best, the ultimate goal, whether you want to study in your home country or like if you want to study abroad, is to find a job, is to maybe stay in the country or come back. But that's like why we usually choose to study in like anywhere, and that's usually super frustrating. Like talking about like, I don't know, like myself. Okay, let's move. Talking about myself, I'm originally from a very small Russian township, and I always wanted to see the world, and managed to win lots of scholarships and grants. And I studied for free in Spain, in China, worked in Singapore, and studied in Stanford States. Right now, we live in Silicon Valley, in California, and that's where I started my company, the startup StudyFree. And I like this, like so much frustration, like going on like even if I get to the college abroad, how I'm gonna find a job, like how I'm gonna stay, like what should I do? Because so many people, like actually afraid that I'm gonna have it. So just to have so for the as I'm gonna be continuing, I'm gonna ask you also to answer like one more question. Are you guys currently studying abroad? Maybe you already graduated from education abroad. Are you actually right now staying in your home country, but you would like to find a job right away? Just trying to understand more stance. And that's gonna just help me to focus on like better examples. Awesome. So today we're going to be working, I don't know, like approximately 40-45 minutes, maybe like around 1 hour. It's going to see how it's going to go. Home country, okay. So we're going to be working like 45 minutes, maybe 1 hour. I'm going to be having pauses to answer some of your questions, but just, to emphasize, majority of the questions going to be answered after the webinar in our app. So like majority, maybe if you guys know, we have a StudyFree community app, and there we're going to have myself, we're going to have their experts, we're going to have mentors, going to be following up on the questions. So please, we're going to have the QR code and the link. Go to the app after that. We're going to run, like through the major contents on like, like specifics of finding the job, how you can use networking the best way, how you can use StudyFree community in the best possible way for this topic. And at the end, for those who are still till the end of the webinar, just like 45 minutes, you're going to get the real-time international networking. and within our community, and you're gonna get a bonus from our like international alumni and our mentors. So that's gonna really help you to find a job. Yeah, I would love to study abroad. When I study masters, prefer from Kenya, home country. Studied abroad 4 times. Wow, that's a cool. Searching for university abroad, looking for a job right now. Awesome, guys. Thanks. So yeah, shortly about StudyFree. So as I mentioned before, we are like a US-based company. We have 100,000 students who have already applied or are now applying with us to study abroad. They're like working like in different formats, but that's the scale. Working mostly with the students, we have majority Russian-speaking countries. We have India. This is like our largest market. So we have majority of students coming from India. We have Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria, Latin America, Turkey, like Indonesia, and all of those countries. Yeah, so like India is like really dominating the student space. We raised $4 million of US dollars of investments to build the app and the best innovative platform that automates and simplifies the whole process. We're gonna have a look. We have more than 1,000 international alumni from top universities. What does it mean? So I do believe that if you want to succeed internationally, you need to learn from the people who actually did this yourself. Like, for example, I studied abroad, I got a job, and right now created a company. So like, if you guys want to like follow someone's footsteps, you really actually need to learn from them, not from some like boring consultants, like who just, like exist in your markets. You should like learn from the people who actually studied, like abroad, who found a job abroad, who are like right now on the ground. And for this matter, we have sorry. Yeah. And for this, we gathered a community of more than 1,000 successful alumni from international universities and young professionals. Those are the people who already studied abroad, like they won the scholarship themselves. They are now living abroad and have a career. And within our community, they help, like other people. They share like samples of their documents, of their essays, like of their CVs. They talk to you, they host events, and you have direct access to them, and you have all the possible options to learn from them as well. So that's the core. Don't learn from consultants. Hold on, no shit. Learn from the people who actually made it. We've been featured, like I'm on the Forbes 30 to 30. We've been featured in the Forbes Entrepreneur. We've been featured in the list of like 200 top women CEOs and founders in the world in education technology space. So we're really pretty like worldwide recognized for our product and for the help that we bring to the students. Only last month, our students won $2 million of scholarships and grants to study abroad. So we don't give scholarship, but we help to win them because we have ties for the school, so we know how it works. So all of this just to make, to make you feel confident that we do understand what we're talking about and we actually can help you. Just to be clear from the beginning, so this is the part of the webinar that is part of our free plan. So if you guys, majority of you are actually part of the community app, most likely you're part of the free product. In this free product, you have access to, chats with the students. It's usually relocation career chat, or like maybe, also like the chat for like international education, because you can do both. And you have like sometimes like 2 events related to the career per month, but that's pretty much it. And just to be clear, like majority of the value, like of the fun and expertise is coming in our premium product. That is the premium subscription, where you have unlimited access to international alumni, mentors, like all these 1,000 people. You have an ability to have one-on-one communication with them. You have like the visa updates, visa guidance, and you have more than 20 events purely on the career relocation. We have over like 50 events with young professionals, international, international leaders. They're gonna help you succeed. We also have, like so much content and CV samples and CV reviews and, and the instructions how to hack interview process and so on and so forth. But that's, Well, with VIP exclusive, we don't do this in the career because we don't do like everything for you. But the best way for you to do is to buy premium and then just, like sometimes just to upsell like a few consultations. So I do believe that the premium is the best for the career because it makes like the perfect sense. So yeah, but we can talk about this. But I think premium is the best. Yeah, that's and again, like that's part of the free webinar. There is much more in the premium option, and I'm gonna talk about this like at the end. Yeah, 100,000 mentors of StudyFree. Where are they coming from? They're coming from all over the world. We have India, we have Brazil, States, UK. I don't know, China. The students who've been actually right now studying or have graduated from Harvard, Berkeley, Stanford, McGill, like New York University, University of San Francisco, like all of those. And they're actually right now working in like the best renowned companies in the world, like Google, IBM, I don't know, like Johnson Johnson, Sisters, Apple, Amazon. And it's like you have tech, you have business, you have finance, all of those. Just put a plus in the chat who actually would like to chat with all of those people. And if you can like mention what would be like the one question you would like to ask them if you have a chance to talk to them. So like 1,000 people who've been, who've been like through like this amazing experience. Yeah. Send like in the chat. What you would like to ask from them. Yeah, awesome. Man, where's Cambridge? We just didn't manage to put it all on the one slide. So we have Cambridge as well, we have Oxford as well. So we do have it all. No worries. You have like 1,000 mentors that like been studying in, what is it like, 500 universities at least. So yeah. What's the most important in CV? Okay, we're gonna talk about this later in a bit. Awesome. And they're just like examples of community mentors. So yeah, like again, like there's like more than thousands of them. We have people, like for example, Liz, who's been studying at MIT and like works in Google. We have Sana, who's been like University in Sydney and right now works in Microsoft. People, like who've been studying at 3 universities like UC Berkeley, Harvard, Delft, and right now working in McKinsey. And all of those, they coming from like living in many different countries. So yeah, if you want to talk to them, put a plus. I don't see like many people interested and like learning from them and their experience. So what are like the salaries of salary prospects? So let's just like first understand. So like for example, if you we have like here like Indian numbers, just because we have majority of students coming from India, but it's like it's relevant for like any country overall. So I would say like after studying in your home country, I would say the highest salary like you can get like in the first like few years, maybe it's like 4,500. That's never salaried. I mean, like in Russia, it could be higher. Like in some, I don't know, like maybe in Brazil it could be higher, but it never is kind of like this. And after studying abroad, the first salary is like 45K, and that's like the minimum because like for example, if you study in the top schools, your salary is going to be like 100K per year, and it's going to be easily. So what I'm saying is that in majority of cases, getting a job through the international education is usually the best way. The reason why is because you can like fit into the system right away. So you don't have to prove, you don't have to go through like, like this, I don't know, like visa process and all of this. So like once you invest in your education, I have so many questions. Yeah. So once you invest into your education, like it pays off right away. Yeah. Also successful foreigner CEOs and top companies who actually studied abroad, majority of them. So we have CEO of Microsoft, we have CEO of Twitter, we have CEO of PepsiCo, and we have CEO of Adobe. They all had like international background for them as well. Yeah. How to increase your chances of getting a job abroad. So like before we continue, can you please like just type in the chat, what is the career you're looking for? Is it tech? Is it business? Is it finance? Is it marketing? Is it research or something else? Yeah. Okay. Medicine, travel, business. Okay. Government, business, tech, legal. Okay. Project management, medicine. Okay, lots of medicine. Okay, so first of all, yeah, when we're going to be talking about those who like to get a job first through the education, the best part where you can actually get a job through the education is because you can actually start working while you're studying. In majority of countries, you can actually work on your student visa. It's usually around like 20 hours per week, and so you don't have to like go through like um, how can I contact you for study? Are you part of the community? If so, like we can follow or like yeah, we can have it like contacts left, yeah. So yeah, in majority, so like if you study abroad, you automatically have like permission in majority of countries to work like 20 hours per week. That's the best way because in this case you don't have to like you have an opportunity just like just to easily get an internship, easily get a part-time job, and really just to have an opportunity to prove yourself in front of the company, in front of your future employer. Like get a track record, track record on the ground before going to be actually going to be applying for the full time job. I have like like many friends and like many like mentors and the students in our case who like use this opportunity, or they would just go to like really maybe just like simple university just to get a student visa, and then just to tape into the system, start showing themselves, and then they would be easily like get a full-time job offer. Because the problem when you're just trying to get a job offer right away like from the start, is that they need to sponsor your visa, and the visa process is very expensive and very long. In many cases, like for example in European Union or like in other countries, they actually need to prove that there is no other like candidates available for this job in their own country. So, and it's really hard to like make it so much like to make like so much investment into the candidate they don't really know yet. Okay, I can see like Zaid Abbas as I mentioned, like we're gonna be answering when we stop, so please don't interfere. So yeah, this is the webinar. We're going to be answering questions in the end. We have a very strict rules here. So what do we mean not Italy? Can you please repeat the question? So that's like majority. Yeah, Italy is also part of this. So I would say like that's pretty much like majority of countries. Italy, Netherlands, Germany, like USA, Canada, and all of this. So that's the best way if you're ready, kind of like thinking whether just to apply for a job or actually do this through the education. The best way is to actually do this through the education, because otherwise, like if you didn't have a chance to prove yourself yet, or like for example, if you don't have a really great career before, it's really difficult to convince someone to invest as much in your like in your visa, working visa, and relocation. They also have it actually Australia as well. Yeah, it's just examples of like a few countries. And in Australia, you can actually have like longer period of time after you graduate to find a job. And then when it comes like while you're working, that's also actually a very important point, because lots of people, like if they don't get financing, so they just, like I'm not gonna go studying abroad because they don't have a scholarship, but like at the same time, you can actually easily work in any country. They're also like part of the countries where you can actually, once you finish the education, you can actually have a specific like few months of time, usually like up to 1 year, that's given for you to like when you can actually legally work, and you can find the work after the graduation. So like you don't have to leave right away. That's like the best countries to actually, then you have like enough like time. So there's like Australia, there's like States. Yeah, I would love to maybe for those who are answering questions, maybe let's leave the questions to the app and focus on the webinar here, including my team. Yeah. So yeah, those countries are Australia, USA, UK, Canada, Germany, New Zealand, France, Italy, Sweden, Belgium, like in like a few more countries. Like those are the countries where you can actually stay, like at least 1 year after finishing your studies, and you're gonna have visa that's gonna allow you to work. And so like for example, guys, like if you're choosing like some countries to work, to study, to find a job, yeah, that's the goal. Do we help in securing the scholarship? Yes, we do. We do help. That's our core product actually. And we had a webinar just like a few days ago on the scholarships as well. So yeah, we do help. That's, I guess, like our primary focus. Yeah, and I guess like also important to mention here is like when to start to look for a job. So I do, like if you're talking about like big companies, for example, like international companies. So like, for example, they have a specific, like program, like some are analysts, like, or like interns intake, and like deadlines are kind of like similar to, like admission process in the universities. So usually, like if you go into the master program and you just start in September and you like to get, like an internship in the summer, to actually start applying to these programs, you need to start applying like in October. Usually the early deadlines for like submission of your, like first step of evaluation for like big companies like, I don't know, Google and like Microsoft, big tech, fintech, like marketing, it's actually like almost, like 9 months before. So I do remember when I was applying for my job in investment bank, I just got to my master program, to my grad school, like first month was over. And in October, I had to fill on the applications for the summer internship. And that's because, like the process is really long, like they're going to be assessing your interview. Through the few weeks, you're going to be assessment of the test. In a few weeks, you're going to be like few rounds of assessments and going to get a job offer like in April. So that's really important, especially for those students who are now just getting to the universities. You guys have, like kind of like just like 2-3 months to figure out relocation. And like once this education starts, you need to start focusing like on looking for a job right away. Like if you're going to start doing this like in April, May, that's just going to be way too late. So that's why, like once you're in the school, start thinking about your career. That's most important. There's a course degree where you can travel professionally and get paid. Well, I mean, you have to study and get paid, like, or you can do a PhD and get paid. But like, no one, like if you do a course degree, you need to study, not to travel, right? Yeah, that's kind of like this. So what kind of questions do you have right now regarding, like the countries, what is like the best for you to study, to get a career while you're studying abroad, or like after you graduate? What fee structure for biotech computer science in States? You can go to the app, or like you can request a free consultation. This is different topic of the webinar, but like our experts will be happy to help. Hey, I would like to ask you that I can get a full scholarship because lack of resources. Thank you. We can help to get a full scholarship. It's very competitive, extremely. We have 95% success chance, but it usually takes almost like 1 year to get ready. So yeah, approximately like this. Just joining now. Awesome. You missed all the good parts. How do you study in USA? Okay, guys, get a career in linguistics in the University of Sydney. Okay, I can see all the questions here. Okay, so how do usually employers see you? Like what actually affects your success in the career? There's first part, like there is like application documents, and there's like application documents, and which is like CV, like, and sometimes tests. There's like an interview process, and it's usually like the whole like selection process, which involves, like multiple tests, because many companies you have like tests and, like, and different, stages. Like for example, to get into McKinsey, you need to go like through like one hell of an interviews, or like in like the tech companies. Yeah. And the last one is public activity, but I would say it's like what builds up your profile, how you can show within your social media and personal brands that you're actually great candidate, because everyone checks their social media, like how you can build a perception of yourself of like the best candidate ever. And that's, I would say, like 3 pillars that really affect your potential of like studying abroad. Yeah. When we're talking about building a branding strategy, and we talk about the personal brands, usually the best social media to really build your personal brands, it's LinkedIn and Twitter. What are STEM graduates? STEM, it means technology, science, technology, engineering, and medicine. So it's like it's STEM majors. So it's usually technical. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Alyssa. Yeah, we're gonna be answering the questions at the end. So yeah, and that's where we're gonna be replying. So that really distracts me, and I cannot really focus on the core. So all the questions after the webinar, you're gonna go to the app, and we're gonna be answering the questions. So yeah, help me focus, please. So there's like two social media platforms that help the most to build the personal brand. That's LinkedIn, and it's also Twitter, especially like Twitter that's for like US. When you're like thinking about how to build a like personal brand, and that's extremely powerful and extremely important. It's really important for you to answer like these like 5 core questions. First, who are you? You know, like what's like what really makes you stand out? And trust me, everyone can stand out in some like one or like other form. What is your target audience? So for example, like if you're doing like junior level, maybe it's HR of the companies, you know, like maybe it's some like potential managers, or like if you start your business, maybe I don't know, like some like other businesses, or I don't know, like just like recent alumnus who can help you. What to talk about, and that's you know, like hey, you know, like just like put yourself like into the shoes of like recruiter, you know, like if they like recruiting someone for the big company, they would like to see that the person actually shares the values, and you know, like that genuinely likes the company and like to do so. And that's like where you can not just only create your content, but like sometimes the easiest way is to, you know, like be engaged into the content created by those companies. Like for example, you can make a repost of like their like post on social media, and commenting, and sometimes just like mentioning like resource, you know, like HR person, you know, like that. Sometimes you can be sharing news that are relevant to your you know, like industry, or like to the company, to show that you're actually trying to, you know, like to convince, you know, like to understand. You can I don't know, like you don't have to create your own content, but you can share, you know, like the content of thought leaders, company, you know, like the market, and just, you know, like provide small comments of like, hey, that's exciting, oh my god. And you're going to be showing like someone who's very much involved and is trying to be, you know, like on top of everything. And it would be really great to build your network, so like other people, especially those people who work on those companies or like similar, would be, you know, like engage in some kind of like activities, mentioning you, you know, like having your recommendations left. Sometimes, you know, like if you meet some people who like work from the company, you can just, you know, like take a, you know, like picture, post on social media. You can mention, you know, like HR person, you know, like at the company. So they're actually gonna look at this, you know, like they're gonna make you remember, it's like, oh my god, this person's really trying to get into this company. And trust me, that usually works the best way possible. And of course, you can broaden your network, promote your account. There's like multiple special ways, but the best is usually try to show your engagement on the topics, and you know, like on the pages that are relevant to your future employer. So and there's like multiple ways how to actually build your own, what kind of content to write. You can right now, you know, like write correct articles, you know, like or like I don't know, like best tips, or like finding job, or like for example, you want to show that you're really great in like organizing, you know, like hey, there's like 10 lessons I learned from like organizing this project at my university, or like how, or like 10 things 10 things, you know, like I learned, or like 10 skills I got from, you know, like doing this activity at my school that's going to benefit my career, and so on. So like multiple ways how I can do this. Yeah. God, and do you guys hope to get to study in UK? Yes, we do. Have BCS medical laboratory technologies, 5 years work experience, can get a job abroad and scholarship study abroad. What is considered the best for you? Just like I would say, like Germany, States, you know, like all those countries. With medicine, it's a bit different because like you need to kind of like requalify, but yeah, that's it. Whatever comes to, you know, like yeah, scholarships, guys, that's a separate topic. We help with all of those. That's our core product. So happy to answer all those questions at the end. Yeah, I would say LinkedIn overall, that's your core superpower at getting the job. So make sure you have like it's all nailed down. The mentors that we have, most people already got a job, they're always willing to help, you know, like they're willing to look at your like LinkedIn profile and see, you know, like how it actually works, to see, you know, like to make, you know, like your review, to recommend, to make comments, or like potential engage. So usually you're asking some questions. Okay, guys, let's just respect everyone, but like yeah, let me just do like this. Yeah, we're a supportive community. First of all, that's rule number one of our community. But I just muted. Yeah. So yeah, LinkedIn is a superpower. If you don't know where to start, our mentors are always willing to help. They can, like do the first activity. They can review your profile. They can recommend what to do. They can be the first person to leave recommendation and like do like recommendation LinkedIn profile official, or like do the scoring of the, like of your skills. So like internal community, that's usually the best part where you actually start building the profile, and you can just leverage it as much as possible. You don't have to have your own. You can just, like leverage out the community that we have and provide. How to create a powerful profile. Of course, like a professional looking photo, you do need to think about the headline, because like when the person usually sees, they can see, like something, like really like few, like 3, 5, 4, 5 words in a headline. Ideally, you would need to add a background image if you don't have like, I don't know, like the company yet. Try to use it, make like something maybe visual that is associated with your work. Like for example, if it's a medicine, it could be some like images associated with like helping people, or like medical innovation, or like technology. If you're like in finance, something like looks like a graph, maybe like growing up. So there's like a lot of ways to be innovative, but again, like you can just like talk to people and understand what's like the best way to do. And and like filling in your profile, I would say that's the core to actually how to be very concise, but at the same time, like really describe not the process of what you did, but actually like achievements, and always trying to quantify, like even though you only have, like experience in education, you can always highlight, like all the projects you've done. But how to build this, that's the art. You just don't fill in. And again, here are like recommendations from the people going to be the most useful. So just to talk to people who already did this, and so on. Do we hire inside our company? We do. Yeah, we have some, but yeah, we mostly do like business marketing or something. But yeah. About the network. Of course, you can always apply to, like through the, like the website, fill in the form, then, like go through like 100 stages and like of the interviews. But at the same time, we need to understand that like you're going to be just among like 10,000 intros, and there's going to be 10,000 applicants applying for the same position. You need somehow to hack the system. You need somehow to understand, like how to actually get in, and just, just to make it stand out. And I can just like tell from my own experience, it's not applying for the job, but that's getting to acceleration programs for the company. That's like where they invest in you and so on. So we got into top 2 acceleration programs in the world here in States, and there was usually like thousands of applicants, and they only pick 10 companies per year and invest in them, like here in Silicon Valley. So we got into 2. But before that, we got 33 rejections overall. And I was usually just following the steps, like you fill the application, you get recommendation, you pass the test, you pass the interview. Did not work. It only worked in the way when I started to actually build my network, and actually started to build relationship with the people who made me introduction to the people who actually making the decision making. So the most valuable way, the most powerful way to break, to hack the system and to get to the job before anyone else, is to get a recommendation from the current of the previous employee. And that's really about building the professional network. It's really like about networking with the right people. People who, study these countries, like it's about like really building this relationship, like becoming a connector. But that all seems like very complicated. I don't know, just write me comments, like who you guys think do you feel confident about like building your own professional network, or like do you need help with doing this? Like write me comments. I'm just curious. Who needs help with like building a professional network to kind of like kick off the work? You need help. Awesome. Yeah, it's so difficult. Yeah, other guys, me. Yeah, I know. You just think like no one's gonna help you. Like, how am I gonna do this? Like, I don't know nothing. Why are they gonna help me? Other people. What was like the biggest fears that you have about like professional networking, if you have any? No, we have such low activity right now, guys. Come on, it's difficult for introverts. Yeah. How do you usually find these connections in your dream company? Yeah, awesome. I like that you asked. So, so the best way for you, like because I understand, like first of all, it's extremely difficult. You need to start somewhere. What can I offer them to create a win-win? Like I really don't understand. Or like like that's the second. Or like third, like it's really difficult for me, like as an like introvert or like someone like is just to have time to connect. Exactly, like or like give advice, like or like even apply. Totally get it. But but that's why like that's why we mentioned in our like community of mentors, because those 1,000 people, they want to help. Like we already created a network for you. They all like doing this because they like they want to give back. They understand how difficult and scary it was for them, and they're all like, I just want to help like people like me. So you don't like it's like already like we already kind of like uh we kind of like already creating this safe environment for you. We're already creating this like win-win for you. You just need to like join. It's like a family, a warm home of people like who just willing to help, willing to make intros like with other. So the easiest way for you somewhere to start, to feel confident and comfortable yourself, and like just to get the first kind of like the first interest, is to join already existing community. And in our case, like we have like the people who've been doing the same and already like yeah. And the best way is to talk to people who already did this and they're all willing to help. And we just connect you, like no one ever says no. Everyone is always willing to help one-on-one, share their examples, like of their CVs, like review. And we have even like we even organize special events and networking. So like it would be just so easy and comfortable and not scary for you just to build your professional network from start. Yeah. So the next question is like where I'm gonna find these internships. So who actually has the problem with like finding job opportunities? Oh, that's already clear for like everyone. So we realized like the personal brands, who's gonna make an intro, but like what about like how I'm gonna find all those positions? Um, yeah. Does anyone has any problem with like finding job opportunities? Yeah. Okay, guys. So slow. Okay. First, who else? Come on, we gotta speed up. Okay, few more. Okay, so there was like usually top sources was finding internship and job opportunities. Of course, like LinkedIn, Erasmus Intern, Google, Indeed, United Nations Career, Amazon, Glassdoor is also a big one. But to be honest, I would say usually the best positions. I actually discussed, like actually usually the best positions are usually not really publicly available. Like once you have some kind of like positions that open within the company, they usually filled in because of the recommendations. So like the best way is to have an access to like people who know about these positions. How do you think? What is like the best way to find to choose me over because I need to visa or like another documents for like Work abroad. Yeah, exactly. That's why you start with education. So like you just apply to any program, you get a student visa, and you're able to work 20 hours per day. In this time, you can actually validate, you can prove to your like future employer that like, hey, like I'm actually worth spending money on the work visa, and then they can sponsor you. That's the best way. It's kind of like you're doing like, I don't know, probation period, but with a student visa you can work. So that's why sometimes education is the best way, even though you don't need like to get like a really full-time degree. Yeah, half of the best jobs are not posted. Exactly. What do I think is the best way to get access to the jobs that are not posted? Any ideas for you guys from you? No, is to study first and then work. Yeah, first, but then like how are we gonna find a job? No. Okay, here's the exactly network. So the best way is to talk to people who already work in this company. It's like, hey, have you heard of this? Have you heard of this one? And of this position of that company. So again, like network and having access to the network of people who already work in there. That's the best way. Again, we can help with the initial network. Talent mentors, no problem. Referrals, exactly. You study for community. Awesome, I love it. We have first ambassador here. How can you get education? And find exactly, Alyssa. Study free community, and they're all willing to help. They're all willing to make connections. That's the core. You don't need to convince anyone. No one's gonna say no, like reject you. You're already like safe and sound. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Recommendation, word of mouth networking. Exactly. So just take in our mentors willing to help you and give recommendation. That's true. Okay, so how to increase your career chances by 100, I mean, 10x, let's say put it 100x at least, now, without waiting any further. Again, we're talking about like our network, study-free relocation and career, we call it this way. It's pretty much the same premium subscription, but yeah. Can you please provide, I can see the private question of like Rajeshikaran asking me to provide the contact email. Can you please just like tape your email or like phone number, get your phone number in the private chat, and we're gonna follow up on this. Yeah. So how our community can help you with your career? Like first of all, you're gonna have access to like real life hacks from like international alumni on StudyFree. So you can see, like you have access to the people's CVs and who already got a job, and you can like you can understand what's going on. You can have access to them. You can understand. You can analyze. And then you can also have, you can see, like in our platform, you can see all the life hacks, like there are comments on like different countries and different programs. If you would like to go through the education about career opportunities, about country, about relocation, and so on and so forth. So yeah, okay, we started to get it on. Yeah. Yeah, that's the first. So you have access to their successful documents and you have access to information from them. That's first. You don't need to search anywhere. You don't need to go to Reddit, to Core, anything. It's all right there, all their personal, personal documents as well. The next one part is really about teaching you how to become successful, in all those parts. And we organize every month in premium subscription more than 50 online workshops. So it's around 20 on career and 30 on the education abroad. Those are the workshops with professionals who work in Google, LinkedIn, Amazon. We invite HR from the companies. They're about how to build LinkedIn profile. It's about how to do CV and so on. So like the one we have, but like much more in details, talking to actual students from there, asking direct questions. And we have like 50 of them per month on education, on scholarships, on relocation, and on a career as well. So you can learn from them right away. You can actually, that's like just like few of them. Again, like just remind how amazing these people are, and they're all willing to help you. That's why they join, because they just want to help. And and we work as a filter because we only get the best students. And yeah. Again, our workshops held in person too. It's mostly online. We have some people, we can actually do offline as well. So we have sometimes offline meetups. It depends on the country, but like since our mentors are like spread out around the world, We sometimes have offline meetups as well. So you help with the professional profile as well. Yes, we do. Again, what is included in the premium package? So unlimited access to all those mentors and international alumni, one-on-one communication, and what you can do within this, like one-on-one communication and like in the chats. You can ask people to review your LinkedIn profile. You can ask people to review your CV and cover letter. You can build a relationship and ask for the referral of the company. You know, like you can talk like in the chats and know about all unposted job opportunities that like available out there. You can have access to all those events with the mentors where you actually learn and get the skills, how to make it much more successful. Of course, we have like visa updates, visa guidance, and as I was mentioning, you can always get access to the core platform. When you have the guides, you can have life hacks, you can have like all the samples of the CV and so on and so forth. Yeah, that's about the career. And once again, so that's like investment like 10x. You know, like after studying in Kenya, the salary in CS is Russian-speaking markets, Brazil, India, and so on. And when you study abroad, increase in 10x. So education abroad is usually the best way. Again, our core product is about helping to get education abroad, is to help to secure scholarship. I can see all those questions, you know, like running right now. Just check, you know, like we're gonna follow up in the community. We're gonna see, you know, like discuss how we can help, or you can subscribe to the consultation and so on and so forth. Do we have to different for career and study abroad premium package? No, you just buy one subscription. It's just premium, and you can use it for whatever you want. So it's just like it's the premium for the education or the career. You can do simultaneously. There's just one premium for like everything. Yes, if you wanna sign up for the scholarship, career and relocation will be covered. Exactly. So you just buy one subscription, and that includes education and scholarship. That includes career and relocation as well. Yes. Yes. There's like one question in private. I have a doubt. In VIP package, personal mentors write the SOP, letter of recommendation, and in premium package, mentors tell how to write and I have to write it myself, right? Yes, that's correct. But you can, so like you can try, you have, you know, like all those examples of the letters of motivation, reference, and so on. And you can try to write it yourself. They can have the comments, but like if you need the help, you can always do upsell and just like purchase them at additional price. So like why people usually choose, you know, like premium first, because they would like to try to do them themselves. And if it doesn't work, they usually can just you know, like buy additional package for those to be written. So like it's possible to combine. But yeah, we do help with all those documents as well. Yeah, how much does it cost? I think that's a bit, so like that's the price. Oh my god. I'm gonna, where is it? The offers here. So you're gonna see the offer right now where you can click. So free, again, that's cost $0 per year. The premium package for 1 year, and that's usually you can, you know, like, yeah, you can see right now the button click, so you can subscribe right away. So if you, now there is for the career, no. So like for example, I do remember Smriti, you being also in the you can buy does it applicable for the VIP package? Like we can use career and relocation premium? Yes. So like guys, if you buy VIP exclusive for the education, it automatically includes career and relocation. So like it does. So just like subscribe for like 1 year front, and it does include, so you can use both for this. Specifically for career only, we don't do VIP inclusive, just because like that's like very individual work, and it's going to be much more expensive. So I would say you can buy VIP or VIP exclusive for the admission and education, and all those, you know, like resources and packages, and on the career and relocation is going to be included automatically, because premium is included into VIP. So if you buy annual right away, it's going to be much cheaper. Is there a community manager position in your community? Yes, actually there is a community manager position. So you can send us information on in social media, like in Instagram. Yeah, guys. So if you buy annually upfront, it's gonna be much cheaper. So it's gonna be just like $25 per month. If it's just gonna be VIP, it's gonna be $100 per month. It's different. So like the monthly payment on the premium is not available. So you can do quarterly or you can do annually. Again, like within the whole year, it's all gonna be included. You can do both admission, scholarships, and career relocation. So like all of those are gonna be included. Yeah. Do you have any questions about the packages? If not, again, we're gonna be covering all the questions on admission and relocation in the chats, in the community chat, and then in the app. So please scan the QR code right now. If you would like to ask questions about career and relocation, join the chat that is called Career and Relocation. And we also right now going to have a networking, and you can share your LinkedIn profile, and like people can review and give comments right away. That's the activity that we have right now. If you're actually interested in talking about, yeah, you missed all of those. So if you actually want to talk about education and scholarships, there is a separate chat which is called International Education or Global Education. So you can join that chat, and that is dedicated to for education, winning, and scholarships. But for those people who would like to get their LinkedIn profile reviewed right now by our mentors, experts, and so on, just send the link, send few messages in the app, and they're going to review it right away. Yeah. And also bonus for those, who right now here with us, as well in the app. So we can have, actually, we're going to choose 3 random people who are going to receive, who are going to review the CV. So you can just, share your CV and write, check my CV, and we're going to randomly pick 3 people. And our mentors from our community are going to be, reviewing this as well. So that's the bonus point. You can see how it actually works. Yeah. I'm enjoying the community. So many great people out there who want to become friends. Join our Asia chat who would like to study in Asia. Love it. Thank you. How we can connect with the people from the companies you mentioned, the presentations. So you can only connect with those people. They usually sometimes host free events. It's usually once a month. But if you want to be connected, then it's only included in the premium. So you need to buy a premium subscription, and that's how you're gonna have access to talk to them and be in the same chats and be connected one-on-one. Yeah. Awesome. So if you'd like to be checked, yeah. Please, I would like if someone can put me through everything here, because I kind of came late, and I think would be interested in what I'm hearing. So we cannot go through the whole webinar right now, but we can see if we just join the app. We're gonna have the same events. I'm not sure we're gonna have a recording, probably not, but yeah, just stay tuned and you can attend the next events possible. I mean, we cannot repeat everything right now. Yeah. Yeah, I can see there's a few more questions. In private from Canada, PhD, we help with PhD as well, and so on. So yeah, guys, waiting for you in the app. We're gonna be reviewing, answering all questions, and I have to log in every time I open the app. I don't know why, but I know it's frustrating. I know, guys. We are really working hard on the app right now. I know there's could be sometimes mistakes, but we're going to be fixing this. I promise. We already have fixes this week, next week, so it's going to be all working perfectly. I'm sorry that sometimes it happens. It is the case, but that's why we raised $4 million of investments to make sure the app works perfectly. So it's not going to happen. Just give us a few more days, maybe next week the most, and it's going to be solved. So yeah, we already know, and we work on this. We're fixing this. And all your feedbacks, they share in the app as well. Hey guys, I wanted this to improve. This doesn't look pretty. This doesn't work. We're all getting your feedback, and we're working on the app to improve it. So yeah, awesome. Thanks so much for coming. We are waiting for you in the app to join the mingle and to review your CV. For those guys who missed it, we had a webinar before on how to study abroad and win a scholarship. We're going to be sharing some content. Just please check the app, because we share there the content, we share there the recording of the events, we share there, everything. So if you missed this one, you missed the previous one, you can actually get the whole information as well. Thanks so much for coming. I hope it was useful. Yeah. Which time that we have to be ready? I didn't get the question. Which time that we have to be ready in every week? Okay, join the app once again. And yeah, we have some activities coming every week. So yeah, guys, thanks again. I hope it was useful. Please share the contact, how to contact. Join again, like in the app, like our experts are sitting there, so you can. They're gonna contact you. If you can write your phone number, we can follow up. But yeah, like few more comments from your sides. What was useful? What maybe we should add next time we're gonna be hosting the webinar? Please write it in the chat. Yep. Which time am I so much value? Thank you. Which time are we going to speak much about the scholarships? We had a previous webinar. I think we're gonna share in the app the recordings of the previous events, so you can watch them. And yeah, please, I need someone to get in touch. Awesome. We will. Yeah, I hope the team sees all those comments. And yeah, we'll meet you on the app. That's true. We actually have mentors who've been studying University of Sydney. So yeah, very useful. More examples will be better. Okay, we'll do next time. Hopefully, less random questions. Thanks everyone. Have a great day, and yeah, guys, we can talk. Okay, let's just let the Monday answer. Yeah, we're actually going to have an alumni talk next week early. We're going to have a third webinar, which we're going to have a talk with alumni. That's what we're going to have. Just so check your email. You're going to have a third webinar coming with me as a moderator and like with alumni. Yeah, I'm just going to wait until Monday. That's going to be in the career and relocation chat. So join the chat, career and relocation, and you're going to have CV. Yeah. It's not the CV chat. That's the career and relocation chat. Yeah. And there you're going to be exchanging your CVs. Awesome. We have all connected. Thanks, guys. Waiting for you in the app. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.